I need help. A lot of help. I'm heading to the doctor's office in a few minutes for my injection. I'm using my cane, and I'm being held up by a Nikola Tesla board. Literally a board about Nikola Tesla. I'm having extremely severe spasms in my trapezius and my calf on the left side, and I'm having a real hard time walking, and I'm having some numbness in the hip area. I also had what felt like just an electrical shock go down my right leg a few minutes ago, twice, and it led to a bunch of numbness and weakness right there. I don't think I had a stroke because my speech isn't slurred. I don't feel like I would have, like when I was drunk. Obviously, I'm going to tell the doctor when I get there, hey, this is what's going on. And if they say go to the emergency room, I'll go to the emergency room. If they say, hey, let me check you out, I'll go get checked out. If they say, hey, go to the pharmacy and get this, I'll go to the pharmacy and get that. I have a neurologist. I just saw the neurologist about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I'm getting an EMG scheduled, which is the study they do on your nerves. I don't need help trying to figure out what the diagnosis is. I have doctors that are working on that. I had a physical therapist suggest it might be multiple sclerosis. Originally, we were trying to rule out disc herniations because I had sciatica-like symptoms. We did rule that out. There's no sciatica, there's no true sciatica with a herniated disc. My discs are actually all good. I have a little bit of osteoarthritis, and that's because I'm 31. My discs are they're not desiccated, they're not bulging, they're not herniated, they're not ruptured. They're all good. Part of the reason we thought maybe it was a disc herniation was because of the sciatica with the nerve pain going down the left leg. This has happened in the past. I've had things like this happen in the past. I went to PT for, 3.5, 4 months for this. We did a lot of the McKenzie stuff, the core strengthening, the back strengthening, all that. I gained a little bit of function back. I lost a little bit, and I had a little bit less pain, but it took 2.5, 3 months. So was it the PT, or was I just less stress, getting more exercise, all that stuff? What happened? Obviously, there's a million different factors. I have a notebook at my house that I put all these symptoms in. I didn't get to write this in a notebook, so I put it in a Facebook message to my retired RN friend and in a Discord message to my friends who I'm in a server with. A bunch of us have chronic pain and chronic issues. See if they have anything. They also, one of them has a couple of different nerve issues. One of them has some spine issues. They also said, it might be MS, get it looked at. And I'm like, okay, you're not doctors, but if you're saying you have these issues, and that's something that your doctor said it might be when you were getting diagnosed, we should check that out. My mom has 2 autoimmune diseases, which is osteo and psoriatic arthritis. MS is obviously an autoimmune disease. The other thing that's been happening, and this has been happening for years, and I just thought it was normal, is my vision would go white and blurred. Thankfully, if it happens when I'm driving, I pull over and I get to stop. But it's been getting kind of bad recently. Really bad eye floaters recently. I got that checked. No retina detachment. All that's good. But another thing that's making me worry is that I've been having really bad brain fog for probably about the last 6-7 months. I was a 4.0 student in grade school, high school, gifted, talented kid, got burnt out, that whole thing. But I went back to college. And I had a couple of 4.0 semesters, a couple of 3.5s, 3.6s. I've had multiple 4.0 semesters, including one as a grad student. Last spring semester, I had a 3.9 something. This semester, I don't know what it's going to be. I'm only taking 2 courses, and sometimes I'm finding myself struggling to remember what I just read, and it's not just with the grad stuff, and I'm kind of scared. I was reading Dungeon Meshi last night, and I got really confused, and that's not normal. I can normally follow it. I literally have a degree in English. That shouldn't be a thing that's happening unless I'm sick. Now, I was sick with some sort of virus 2 weeks ago, so there's a chance that could have flared something up. And the virus I had was not COVID, and the reason I know that is because I took the test and it wasn't. I'm trying to get the COVID and flu shot soon, but I might not be eligible because I've been sick within the last 2 weeks. I may have to wait till next week. But I'm legitimately scared. I'm going to tell the doctor, the nurse, whichever I end up seeing today, probably the nurse because it's an injection and they're better at that than the doctors, because I don't see an anesthesiologist for primary care. And I'm going to go and see what they say. Now, I've had spasms in the past, and they've not been as bad as these ones. And I've had the numbness, and like when I sit down, sometimes I have a really hard time getting up, and that's not great, because obviously I had to take the bus from the house to the doctor's office, and like it hurt to stand up. That was not fun.